Hey friends, Joe the Farmer here, and I have another new StealthCam I want to review with you today. When I started this whole StealthCam review thing, I was like, you know, I really wish somebody out there would just give me the basics on it. Like, I don't need to know the ins and outs. I don't want to see 100 pictures. I just wanted to know, what do you think of the camera? Do you like it or do you not like it? So when Saul started, I ended up buying a camera and I really just loved it. It was a great camera. It works fantastic. We still use it to this day, and I've actually picked up another one. So this is kind of a biased review, so my bad. So the camera I'm going to review today it's a wireless camera. It has the LTE, excellent pictures. It will take pictures no matter what goes by it, in my opinion. Sometimes it'll lag, but all of these cameras have trigger speed problems. These aren't $1,000 cameras. They're, you know, a few $100s. This is not going to be, you know, the best camera in the world. You just want to see wildlife and make the camera last, period. It doesn't have to be the kind of thing where, you know, you're getting 4K pictures all the time. Some of the companies have tried to do that, but I don't think it really matters. I think what matters is we as hunters, or we as landowners, or we as people who want to know what's on our property, we just want to get the picture. That's it. You know, and if somebody's poaching on your property, you have a trespasser, you want to have a clear enough picture where you can go to the sheriff and say, listen, take this guy down because he's been on my property. He's not supposed to be there. Anyway, moving on. So Covert is one of my favorite camera manufacturers. They make the Covert Code Black LTE camera. Now, this is a little bit more complicated than like the StealthCam Fusion or the Tactacam when you set them up. There's not a QR code that you scan. You actually have to break off the SIM card, put it into the camera. You have to program it through their website versus just kind of scanning with an app. So it's a little bit more complicated. I kind of see this more like, you know, this is more like a computer where the other ones are kind of like iPods, you know, if that makes any sense. There's a lot more to this one. The app is fantastic. You can adjust the camera. You can do anything you want to do with the camera from the app. And the coolest part is you could take a real-time picture. So if you have it someplace and you're wondering, hey, I wonder if I'm getting rain right now, or I wonder if my food plot's growing up, or I wonder if I left my gate open. Guess what? Go on the camera, push real-time in the top right-hand corner, and it will snap a picture and send it to you within about 20 seconds. Amazing. I love that. So anyway, this camera, I've already cheated a little bit because I didn't want to waste your time by going through all this stuff. And the funny thing is, I've already opened this one, but today I even have my knife on me, so go figure. So when you open that camera up, which I'll show you, all the typical stuff is in there. You're going to have a strap, you're going to have 2 antennas, not one, and this actually has an antenna extension kit you can buy if you don't really get good service. This is an AT&T camera. We get fair at best AT&T service coverage here, but believe it or not, this thing even works inside the house with a metal roof. So I think we're going to get great service out of it. So let's unbox this thing and let you see what it looks like. Okay, so back by popular demand, we're going to do the tailgate unboxing. So again, I've already opened this thing. Sorry, I just wanted to save a little bit of your time. But the camera comes in. I've already put batteries and everything in it. This is an idea of what the wireless card looks like, so or the SIM card. So when you pop this sucker out, you just take that out and you set that SIM card right in here. So not a big deal. Took 2 seconds to do. All the information that you need is going to be right here, that you can see the model number, serial number, go on the website and put that number in there, and it activates the camera very quickly. You have 2 antennas. Each antenna does have a nice little gasket on there to keep water out of the camera, and this thing does seal really nice, which I like. And you know the things I always look for, I'm looking for, is there a cartridge to put batteries in? This one takes a lot of batteries, but it's good because the batteries last really a long time on this thing. I only had Duracells, which, you know, I didn't have any Max or any lithium, but these will do perfectly fine. There is an adapter here for a 12 volt where you can plug in directly. They do caution you though on this particular camera not to do disposable batteries if you're going to do that. They want you to put rechargeable batteries in there, which is fine. Other things I always look for: does it have a pedestal? And a lot of these higher end cameras are starting to put a pedestal mount on the back and on the bottom, which I love. It's great. So anyway, that's the Covert LTE. I mean, this thing is solid. It's built well. It has these darker LEDs on there, so it's not going to be as bright and freak out animals as much. I love the camo pattern. It really disappears into a tree. That does make a difference. I'm still interested to see what happens with that Tactacam, of, you know, with it just being a big gray box, of how that's going to work. But they didn't license any camo, and they didn't, you know, they don't have their own camo pattern, so they just went with a gray box. So we'll see. This does have a lock, you know, little thing here where you can put a padlock on there to keep it closed. You can buy cages for them. I think they call it a bear cage, which will keep, you know, any poachers or someone from stealing your camera, which is you know, obviously concerned. And finally, in the box, you know, awesome. Strap throw for distance. So anyway, these are like my favorite cameras. It works fantastic. It's just, it does exactly what you expect the camera to do. If you're looking for something that's no drama, you're looking to get one, maybe two of these things, that's about all you can afford, because this is about a $400 camera. They're expensive. But when you have that one spot where you know you're looking for that big deer, or you're looking for someone coming on your property that you don't want there, or you're really looking to say, hey, I want to have the best of the best and I want to make sure that everything I have works excellent, this is where you're going to go. I've never tried SpartanCam. I've heard great things about them. I've never tried the Cuddyback. I've heard great things about them. SpartanCam, completely done out with everything that you'd want to have on it, with solar and all that stuff, that's probably going to run you somewhere around $600 or $700. So that's a lot of money. With that Covert, I feel confident that, for, I think it's $399 right now. I'll do a price check and set it down there at the bottom. But I'm pretty confident with that one. You can get into it for $300 or $400, maybe $500 if you get some kind of solar input for that thing. But you're going to be happy with it. I mean, it really just comes down to, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to get something that's just going to take a picture with value, or are you really looking for the best of the best? And in my opinion, I think that's the best of the best. Okay, so the plan is we're going to put that Covert camera on that T-post facing the feeder. We had a wild game camera that was really close to it, and I think that may have been freaked out by it or something. I don't know. Going really low tech here. Zip ties and a fence post. So at this point, all you have to do, click it off, go to setup. And the advantage of these cameras, one thing I love about them, is that this LCD screen is not in the flip out part. So if Miss Holly steps aside for a sec, you can kind of see exactly what it's going to take a picture of, instead of guessing. So we've already updated the firmware. Click to on. We're good to go. Awesome. So I appreciate y'all for watching these videos. I appreciate Holly for being helpful today, and she's probably the person I'd rather spend more time with than anybody out here. So we've sweat, we've worked hard, and we've had a great time, right?
We have.
Yeah. So we appreciate y'all for watching. I'm Joe the Farmer. We out.
I'm Holly, the farmer's wife. Am I Joe the Farmer?
No, you're Holly the Farmer.
Oh, I'm Holly the gardener.
Okay, well, you have to say we out.
Oh, I'm Holly the gardener. We out.